Hello everyone and welcome. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Firebug and today I'll be showing you how to unlock this hunter's armor for Revenant. So to unlock it, you just have to complete Muspelheim on hard difficulty with Revenant, of course. If you are completely new here, don't know what this game is, don't know what it's all about, I kind of recommend watching my other videos because I kind of touched the subject of what this game is all about. And I had a whole playthrough of the story on normal. So check out my old videos and then come back to this one. So I don't have to basically repeat about what is Jotunnslayer, what is this game, blah, blah, blah. But in this video, I'll be just showing you how to unlock this skin. Because my last video and the video before that, I have a Berserker one to unlock how to unlock his secondary skin, and the Seeress how to unlock her skin. So I highly recommend checking those out and then coming back to this one if that is something that you're interested in. And another thing, I will be covering the next character on the next video, so stay tuned. If you want to subscribe. If not, no worries. I am a small YouTube channel. I'm gonna keep thriving, and this game got me a lot more subscribers than I've ever thought, so thank you for the subscriptions, thank you for the support. So I'm feeling a little bit off. Sorry, I'm feeling a little bit off, but I'm gonna keep on working. I'm gonna keep pushing these videos. I did take Monday off-ish. I was trying to push a video, but I just wasn't feeling too hot, so I do apologize for that. And funny enough, I was trying to push a video and I accidentally uploaded the other video, or a different video that wasn't supposed to be uploaded, and so I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna get this video done, sick, and I can post it on Monday. No. And I guess my other recording got corrupted and I don't know what happened there, so it was just like a bunch of just weird shit happening. And I was like, dude, why is it today, like the day? But today is all good. We're all good. Another disclaimer that I wanted to say is that I know in my other ones, like my Berserker and my Seeress one, that I was like, okay, this build helped me to get this skin. I don't recommend copying this video's kind of like build. So, and do not worry, I'll make a full flesh guide for each character later in the series. Like, I'll come back to each of these characters and like talk more about what works best for me, and it may help you, right? Because some people, how do I put this? Some people have different play styles. So I can't just like, oh, hey, build this, and then you're Gucci. But that's just not how most people play this game. Because there's different builds, there's different play styles. Everything's unique, right? But since I have a lot of time in this game, I think maybe I have a legitimate opinion on what cast works for each character, or what passive, what god ability, what class ability, all that. But I don't claim that I'm like an expert in this game. Like, I'm not a pro player or anything like that. I just have a lot of time spent in this game that I kind of have some knowledge to share with you guys. So, but in this video, I think I was just bored, just experimenting. seeing what works and all that. And I think I ended up not picking up all 5 of the skills or the auto skills, because I have 3 right now, right? The skull one, not my favorite, I'm gonna be honest. I think his arrow barrage is a lot better. The raining arrows is not bad, and the spider rib actually works really well with him. So just a bunch of like other ones are really good. The skull one is okay. It does damage. Don't get me wrong, it does. But in my opinion, I feel like it's like, why pick this if we can utilize something else and do it 2 times better? That's how I'm picturing things, right? Like, I feel like with all the abilities in the game, all the gods kits, you can work with it. But it's just like there's certain ones that are just like, they just do it better, right? That's why I kind of want to do a tier list with just the characters, each of the characters, right? Because each of the characters have their own unique abilities built in every time you level up. And then I want to do another tier list for the gods and the warships and the passives, all that. But again, in this video, I'm actually surprised that I actually got this skin with this recording. Because again, I was just kind of experimenting with different builds for Revenant. But again, I don't recommend just copying this one. And just sit back, relax, just watch the show. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was like, I just haven't really been feeling too good lately, so sorry if I sound off, but I'm gonna keep pushing videos. I mean, like, I made it this far, not gonna stop now, right? But hopefully it's not too annoying, and I'll try to make it more presentable at the end of the video or after this recording or the voiceover recording and go back to editing, so it's not like super annoying to watch. But yeah, Revenant, in my opinion, and I've said this in all of my videos, it's kind of like a broken record at this point. I feel like even though I said, hey, I don't recommend this build, whatever, with Revenant, I feel like it's like the only exception that you can just like play around with his builds. Because with like CRS, right, I feel like you had to like really sit there and kind of learn what she does. But with Revenant, since he's like, in my opinion, the best character in the game, because he just has so much in his kit. He has the wolves, he has the arrows, he has, like, in the very beginning, he doesn't just shoot 1 arrow, he shoots 3. He gets an attack speed boost, and every time he dashes, he gets a goes in that ghost form, and when he's in that ghost form, he's actually invincible for a brief second. So again, and there's just so much more that I'm not even covering. There is a build that you could just do with a bunch of wolves. There's a build that if you stand still, you do a lot more damage and attack speed. He has a build that instead of shooting 3 arrows, you could shoot up to like 6 arrows at a time. Like, he could do so much, right? With the wolf builds, you could use your wolves, summon a bunch of them, and then get a passive that every time. Well, there's 2 passives with the wolves. One of them is that the wolf can have a chance to insta-kill non-elite enemies. That's pretty big. And there is another one that the wolves can slow, and the wolves can heal you. So, again, there's just so much that in his kit that I feel like it's so overpowered compared to like most of the other characters, right? So that's why I've always said that he's one of the best characters in this game by far. I don't know if there's like patch notes or anything like that I've seen that like, oh, they're gonna nerf this character, they're gonna buff this one. I haven't seen any of that so far. I think it's because this game's like still new and it's like an indie game, and most indie game in my experience, they don't really just like update the game consistently. They kind of just like, oh, out of the blue moon, here's an update. But sometimes they just like, okay, the product is finished, let's take a break. Let's just ship the product and hope for the best. So but yeah, like with Revenant, he just has so much in his kit. And he also has, I think, I'm just going off the top of my head, he also has bonus damage in one of his passives. He also, if you picked up his bow, there's one of them that does increase crit damage. So yeah, but the bow that I'm using now just shoots a straight line. This is the same bow that increases the crit damage, which is pretty good in my opinion. If I think I covered the skull, if not, so in my opinion, some of his abilities, like the skull one, it's not really my favorite. I picked it up because I was like, okay, I wanted to try it. He also has another one. It is, I think it's called the Heart Seeker, if I remember correctly. I could be completely wrong because I'm bad at names. I'm sorry. But the Heart Seeker one, not my favorite. So I don't really recommend putting points in that. And the skull one, like the skull one's, it's not bad, but it's like, why pick this if I could just pick the other one that does a lot more damage? Not just damage, but it just works with your character in different builds. Like, there's just more value to pick, you know, one ability compared to the other. So, but what the skull one does, the first one that I have in my ability slots, what it does is it will shoot the skull out and it hits the target, and when it shatters, it does splash damage for the enemies that are behind him, right? Or behind them, not him. Which is, like, again, it's not bad, but the ones that I like the most with him is the barrage. The barrage just shoots non-stop, like arrows, right? But don't get it confused by his basics. His basic ones are he shoots 3 arrows, but he also gets a passive, if you want to put points in it, that you can actually end up shooting like not just 3 arrows at a time, but you can shoot up to like 6 at a time. However, since you're shooting up to 6 arrows, you the debuff is that you deal less damage. So just something to keep in mind. But again, with Revenant, there's just so many things that you could do with him, and I feel like he's just one of like a really good pick overall. Right here, I kind of panicked, and I was like, "Oh well, I guess I gotta record again." But yeah, I get really low around here, and I was like panicking. I was like, "Oh man, I think this might be it." I had to like re-record, or restart it. But I ended up finding this and basically saved my run. So, but again, that's why I was like, yeah, I don't recommend this build. I'm kind of just experimenting. Another thing I wanted to ask, whoever is still watching, and hopefully you guys watch all the way to the end. I wanted to ask you guys, like, if you enjoy this kind of content of just, well, this week, and I think next week we'll finish off the how to get this skin right series, and then the week after that I am gonna do like a tier list and do 2 tier lists, and then after that I would like to do for each character to beat the game on the hardest difficulty, and that is insane. And I want to ask you guys if that is something that you guys would still be interested in, if you are still just interested in Jotunnslayer. I know some of my subscribers, they're interested in me playing just Smite 2 all the time, which is totally fine. And I'll continue making Smite 2 content with Jotunnslayer. And I was just wanting to ask you guys if that was something that you would want to watch, or if there's something else that you want to watch me do with this game. Just let me know, because I feel like I kind of covered everything. Like, I know in this recording I didn't cover everything, but like behind the scenes I've kind of covered everything. So I'm just wondering if that is something you guys want to watch, right? In this game, or in this game in particular, because I don't know what else to really do after the playing each character, being on insane, and then talking about the builds like that. And I'll probably just see if there's any updates for this game, because again, I haven't heard anything so far in my end, right? Maybe there's been some updates, or maybe they're adding a new character. I haven't heard anything. It's just like, the game's finished, here you go, have fun. But that all being said, my overall thoughts about this game is, like, it's really addicting. I think a lot of people would enjoy this game. It's so cool, epic, the music, not so much of the storytelling, right? But it is there. I think there's like only 2 cutscenes in this game, but I feel like it's one of those games that it, like, what makes an indie game so nice is, like, you didn't have to spend so much money in it, but yet you still got all the value out of that money. Because this game's pretty cheap in my opinion, which is totally fine, right? But sometimes when I play like higher end games or AAA games, I feel like I don't really get the value of it. What's a good example is Borderlands 4. I've been playing it with my friend, and there's a lot of things with that game that I'm like, I don't feel like I'm getting the full value of how much I spent for that game. But with this game, I feel like I get the full value. Like, it's so worth it. Try it out. If you haven't already, what are you doing? Try it out. Like, why are you watching a video of how to unlock the skin if you haven't tried out the game yet? I don't know, but in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people will enjoy it. It's easy to play. everything's like on everything on the abilities, it's instacast. Like it's auto casting. The only buttons you really have to press is your left thumbstick or your keyboard, the WSAD, and for the controller it is LB for your ultimate, and then RB for dash. And if I'm trying to remember correctly, and I could be wrong, the keyboard dash is spacebar, if I remember correctly. I can't remember what the ultimate was, but yeah, I feel like this game's really fun, and I highly recommend it for a lot of people. And actually, funny enough, when I bought this game, I was like hesitant to even make content with it. I was just like, it'd be kind of fun. I'll try it out. And then I was like, okay, maybe if I did record it, see how it goes. And yeah, it was the best decision ever. Really did help my channel. So again, just want to say this. Thank you if you did subscribe. Thank you for the support. It means a lot to me. It really helps me a lot. I barely made this channel. And I remember making videos after videos and just getting no views. But now I'm getting, like, I feel like all my videos now get at least one or a couple views, or even thousands of views. Just crazy to me. Because, like, I think like a year, or I think it was a year or two. I remember uploading videos and just getting like no views, and it's just crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, again, thank you for all this recent support. It kind of threw me off. I was like, holy crap. I'm getting a lot more subscribers. A lot more people are commenting in my videos. It's good. If it keeps up like this, maybe next year I'll end up hitting 200 or 100 or whatever it be. But I'll keep thriving. I feel like I got this. Maybe upgrade my setup, upgrade my PC. Just little things there and there. And then I could probably play different games. That's something that you guys would be interested in. But yeah, this is the end. I was trying to get as much XP as before I went to the boss, and I got 1 second left. And it was crazy. I was like, holy crap. I thought I almost threw it because I thought I ran out of time there. But yeah, this build, it's gonna take a while to kill this boss compared to like my CURS. My CURS build was really crazy. Like it like insta killed the boss, but this one, yeah, I think it was this build I kind of messed up. I kind of focused more as like killing the hordes of enemies and not the boss. And I feel like a lot of other people that play this game have that same issue. It's like they focus on the enemies or the hordes of enemies, and then when it comes to the boss fight, it does take a while. But yeah, this boss isn't too bad since I've already fought him before. And I was expecting, like, in this game that if I am playing as a harder difficulty or even on insane, they'll throw like different abilities or make it harder, but it feels kind of the same. And I kind of noticed that. I was like, okay, well, they just have a lot more health. But as you can see here, I basically beat it, so on hard. And hard isn't too bad. I think a lot of people can get this skin, especially with Revenant. But there you go. There is the Hunter armor, and I'll give you guys another look for the armor, but that's going to be it for this video, and hopefully this helped you. And leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.